I always believed that true love could conquer anything. For years, I thought I had found my soulmate, the one person who would stand by me through every storm, every joy, every hardship. We were just one day away from sealing our bond in front of family, friends, and the world. But instead of a fairy tale beginning, I was handed the harshest truth of my life. The night before my wedding, the woman I loved more than anyone betrayed me in the most devastating way imaginable. My name is Daniel. I'm 31 years old, and this is how the happiest day of my life turned into the most painful, and how I found revenge in the most unexpected way. I met Lisa 5 years ago at a friend's birthday party. She wasn't just beautiful, though she absolutely was. She had this magnetic presence. She owned the room, laughed the loudest, and when her eyes landed on you, it felt like the rest of the world disappeared. That night, she chose to talk to me, just me, and it felt like the universe had tilted in my favor. We stayed up until sunrise, lost in conversation, and after that, we were inseparable. Spontaneous trips, lazy Sundays tangled in blankets, nights filled with whispered promises about our future. When she first told me she loved me, her voice cracked, but her eyes didn't waver. That moment sealed everything for me. I was all in. We built a life together. We celebrated birthdays with our families, supported each other through grief, through victories, through the little storms every couple faces. She was by my side when I got promoted. I held her hand when her grandmother passed. It felt real, permanent, unshakable. The proposal was like a scene out of a movie, a snowy December night under fairy lights where we'd had our first real date. My hands trembled as I pulled out the ring. Lisa's eyes filled with tears, and when she whispered, "Yes," I thought my life had finally found its meaning. But sometimes what looks like forever is just an illusion waiting to shatter. Fast forward to last year. After a long engagement, the big day was finally here. Every detail was perfect. The dress, the flowers, the cake, the venue. Our families were buzzing with excitement. My mom teared up whenever she looked at Lisa in her gown. My friends teased me about being nervous, but I was nervous in the way every groom should be. The butterflies before a dream. The night before the wedding, Lisa suggested we follow tradition. She'd stay with her bridesmaids and I'd be with my best man, Mark. She kissed me goodnight, smiled so warmly it melted every doubt in me, and walked away. I went to bed thinking the next day would be the best day of my life. But life has a way of blindsiding you. The next morning, I woke to my phone buzzing relentlessly, dozens of messages. At first, I smiled, thinking it was friends and family sending congratulations, but when I opened my phone, the smile died instantly. It was a video sent anonymously. The footage was shaky, filmed on a phone, but crystal clear in the ways that mattered. Lisa at the hotel bar with another man, laughing, touching, then kissing him. And it didn't stop there. They stumbled arm in arm to the elevators. The timestamp glowed in the corner, 11:47 p.m., the night before our wedding. My chest tightened. My hands shook so badly, I almost dropped the phone. I replayed the video again and again, desperately trying to find some excuse. Maybe it was old footage, maybe it was a cruel prank. But no. The clothes matched. The hotel matched. The time was undeniable. I called her straight to voicemail. I called again. Nothing. Mark tried to calm me down, but I couldn't sit still. I needed answers. I drove to her hotel suite, each second on the road stretching into an eternity. When the door opened, my heart collapsed. Lisa stood there, her hair messy, her eyes swollen, and behind her the man from the video was buttoning his shirt. It wasn't just heartbreak. It was like the ground beneath me had disappeared. Her face turned pale. "Daniel," she whispered, "I can explain." My voice shook with rage. "Explain what?" "That while I was dreaming of forever, you were busy destroying everything. She dropped to her knees, clutching my hand, sobbing. I don't know what happened. I drank too much. It was a mistake. Please, it didn't mean anything, but to me it meant everything. Love without trust is nothing. The man had the audacity to step forward. I didn't know she was engaged, man. I'm sorry, I couldn't even look at him. My anger wasn't for him, it was for her. The woman I trusted more than anyone had gambled our future for one reckless night. I pulled my hand away, turned, and walked out. That day should have been filled with joy. Instead, I was making calls to cancel the wedding, telling my family, my friends, explaining the unexplainable. The reactions were all the same: shock, anger, heartbreak. My mum sobbed uncontrollably. My dad cursed under his breath. My friends wanted to find the guy. But the worst part was their pity. Their eyes told me everything. I had been humiliated. The venue was gone, and I was left sitting alone in the apartment we were supposed to share. Days blurred into nights. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I replayed every memory we had, every whispered promise, wondering how much of it was a lie. Weeks later, Lisa came crawling back. She texted, called, left voicemails. She even showed up at my door, pounding and sobbing, begging me to forgive her. She said it was the biggest mistake of her life. She swore she still wanted forever with me. But forgiveness isn't something you hand out. Not when trust has been shattered. And I wasn't about to let her rewrite the story as some temporary mistake. So I gave her the harsh truth. I didn't just reject her, I exposed her. I sent the video to her family, to every guest who had flown across the country. I wanted the world to know who she really was. Her perfect bride image, destroyed. The life she thought she could still have with me, gone. And the best part, I never raised my voice. I let her own actions speak louder than anything Lisa wanted forever. Instead, she got exactly what she deserved: nothing. Today, I'm still healing. I won't lie, it's hard to trust again. Betrayal leaves scars. But I've learned something important. Sometimes betrayal is a gift. Lisa thought she fooled me, thought she could smile at me one moment and betray me the next. But secrets have a way of surfacing, and in the end, she destroyed herself. I may have lost a bride, but I gained something more important: freedom. And that's the harsh truth. If this happened to you, what would you do? Would you forgive and try to rebuild, or would you walk away forever? Like me, share your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more stories like mine, subscribe, because sometimes the harsh truth is the only truth.